What is going on, everybody? Had to bring the dogs out for a walk, so I thought I would come out and tell y'all about how I killed my big 10-point. Oh, here comes the dogs. There's Bandit. There's Dottie. Rita. Bird will show up somewhere. So Sunday afternoon, about this time, I came in from that way on the property. I was on my Kawasaki mule and I saw a buck right there. Not a shooter. So I said, well, I'm gonna come around there. He ran off and I parked right here in these weeds. And I said, I'm just gonna watch this lane. This lane goes all the way down. We got to stand right over there. But I had some shooting sticks, and I said, I'll sit right here. Well, the mosquitoes started getting me. So I walked around the backside of my mule, got the mosquito spray. Well, when I came back, there was a big buck. Here comes Bert. Hey, Bert. Here's Bert. Got a whole pack of Weenie cur dogs. Don't know how that happened, but it did. So, cut to the chase. Buck's right down there. We're gonna walk down there. Okay, so I'm right here. And I walk in and I'm looking. And I know he was by this red maple tree. And if you're asking how far that is, it's roughly 200 yards. I stepped on that stick like 1,000 times too, looking for blood, and I always thought it was a snake. And I know 200 yards might not be a long shot for some of y'all, but for me, like I said, not a sniper, just a hunter. So I knew I put a good shot on him, and he took off into this cypress head. And I half expected to see him laying right here in the corner, but I'm seeing no blood. And so I start looking for where he might have come down into there. And it looks like there's 100 spots because there's cows in here. Oh, I just fell in the hole. Hello, Bert. Hello, Dottie. So I keep easing down in here. And I keep thinking, man, he's gonna be right here. He's gonna be right here. It's a good buck. I don't wanna lose him. And then I get in here. Welcome to the cypress swamp. Now, like I said, thank goodness, if you can see the water line, in any given year, right here, so it's about knee high. And right here, it'd be about waist high on me. I'm 6'1". There's still a little water there. You can see the dogs getting a little drink. But I'm seeing nothing. I'm talking about nothing. No blood, no nothing. And I'm thinking, well, better start looking. And I walk up and down, I get a call. It was my dad. He said, I need you to come help me. I said, Dad, I'm looking for a deer. He said, well, I need you to come help me. Well, when Dad calls and says he needs help, you gotta go. Hunting takes a back seat. Which was probably a good thing, because I let that deer do what he wanted to do. So I loaded up my son Sam and 2 dogs. We got back out here and Sam said, there's no way you killed this deer. He had just trailed one for a guy the night before somewhere else and nothing. Well, right about here, the dog starts sniffing and we find blood. First drop of blood that we found. And that's that's probably only about 40 yards. So, but when you're dealing with terrain and you don't see what happens, you don't know. So, slowly but surely we would find more and more blood, more and more blood. Look, a little rub line. And we trailed it right out here. Come on, dogs. They're having a big time, aren't they? I fell on a cypress knee while I was doing this in the dark and about broke my left knee. I don't know what's wrong with it. It hurts still. He turned, went up this hill. Doo-doo-doo. Here we go. Here we go. Smells good in here. Cypress swamp smells real good. Get a game camera update. Well then, I ain't walking through here again because there's cockleburs everywhere. But you see right there on the other side of that Kogan grass, he was laying right there. Nice 10-point. That is the third 10-point that we have taken this year. Well, I think another guy killed one, but that's the third one. My son killed one. Come on, come back on. My son killed a 10-point. My brother-in-law killed a 10-point. And I just killed a 10-point. And that is a product, my friends, of one, very good property, and two, managing your property. Now, I'm no professional deer manager, but I know one thing that every old timer says. You got to let the small bucks walk and only shoot big mature deer, which sometimes is tough. But it can result in a very healthy deer population. Now, I know everybody's not as lucky as me to have such great hunting land so close to home. So, your trophy is your trophy. So be proud of whatever you do if you do it the right way.